Hello and welcome back to the Xpert 11 Road to Glory series, where in the last episode we opened our account in Division 2 by beating FC Dragos, one of the teams with the strongest goalkeepers in the division, 2-0. A very good result, and that even ended up resulting in them shifting on one of their midfielders, Thomas Lopez, after the match, which was quite interesting to see, and that is why he wasn't highlighted in the last match. Anyway, in this episode, we'll be taking on Portuguese side Sportin da Quinta, who have just been relegated from Division 1, so it's not going to be the easiest of tasks by any means whatsoever. However, though, Sportin da Quinta's squad isn't exactly the strongest, which suggests it's the manager who's done a lot more to help them. They do have a very strong midfield, obviously, though, with three 15-bar midfielders in Augusto Mercury, Bento Becker and Miguel Castella, which is beyond what we have, so that's going to be a bit awkward if they get their playmaker right. Otherwise, their goalkeeper, Alvito Roma, is the same age and skill as Ant Connolly, which is actually quite interesting. He's backed up by two 13-bar defenders, but with not too much else after that, with Lusada and Vital 9 and 8 bars respectively. So it'll probably be a 3 at the back to try and reduce the compromise in defence in that way. Up front, they have two 14-bar strikers in Justino Giacome and Adamar Real, and midfield is completed by the all-rounder Nelson Fiuza and young Angelo Henrique. They've got us jumped in midfield, but defence, we might be able to counter that somewhat. So hopefully it can't be an evenly matched tie and could probably go either way, to be honest. Hopefully Pim van der Kruis can stand firm and be a force to be reckoned with to prevent Sportin da Quinta from getting past him. Anyway, with that all said and done, it's time to see the team news. Nice lineup in a 4-5-1 formation with Ant Connolly in goal. And back four, Pim van der Kruis, Ibrahim Qamara, Ledley King and Aquila Santa Maria. Midfielder Pierre Of Hesslink, Ray Tataw Eta, Alvito Roma and Raymond Hargreaves. And up front, Celso Mota. Sportin da Quinta line up in a 3-5-2 formation with Alvito Roma in goal. A back three of Ernesto Paredes, Marco Lusada and Ovidio Lagatinho. A midfielder of Nelson Fiuza, Augusto Mercury, Angelo Henrique, Bento Becker and Miguel Castella. Front two of Justino Giacome and Adamar Real. Right then, let's go live to the Supermassive Black Hole for the first home game of the new season. Knights will be the team in red and yellow playing from left to right. We don't need to highlight the captain because they're the same as last time, and as per standard practice I do not highlight the captains unless there's a change. Augusto Mercury is Sportin da Quinta's captain and they play in green and white stripes with Law and Order as the referee. Skill 7, Harshness 4. Other matches in the division today, we have Sporting Lisbon Benfica against away to FC Dragos, Taunton Town against AC Samba, and Irmas Unidos against Lotus FC, which is actually a very long time rivalry between those two teams. They've met at least 17 times before, maybe even more than that. Anyway, we're underway now. And inside 6 minutes, Knights have got a card. Ledley King has been yellow card for stamping. However, possession is looking pretty solid for Knights so far. We've got a foothold in the game here, which is very encouraging. 80 minutes played, and Knights have a chance here. It's Pierre Of Hesslink! Hits the left post. Ooh, so close there for Pierre Of Hesslink, who's had a good chance to try and test Alvito Roma, but Roma was up to it. Took head on goal by Ledley King. Smash into the crossbar. Ledley King has really helped Knights' intensity in the early stages here, as we're really creating chances. We've got another chance here. Raymond Hargreaves steers towards the goal and scores! Raymond Hargreaves gives Macedonia a 1-0 lead against Sporting da Quinta. An excellent start against the Portuguese side. But Sporting da Quinta being given a free kick here. A chance for an almost instant reply. It's free kick shot goal by Nelson Fiuza! And he scores! A free kick taking masterclass from the veteran midfielder Nelson Fiuza. Beats Ant Connolly at his near post and is now 1-1. Game on again. 43 minutes played and Knights have a chance here. It's got shot on goal by Wajuna. Scores! Wajuna makes it 2-1 Knights Macedonia. The goals are coming thick and fast in this game so far. Almost immediately after Sporting da Quinta have equalised, Wajuna has put us back ahead again. And that is the end of the first half. At the end of that first half, Knights have had 4 chances compared to Sporting da Quinta's 1, while we've had more possession than them, quite obviously, with 62% possession. A very dominant figure so far. Other matches in the division, FC Dragos are 1-0 up against Sport Lisbon  MS Unidos Lotus FC is a very long rivalry between those two teams, so They're currently 1-0 to MS Unidos, who are newcomers to this level, I should probably remind you. And meanwhile, Torsten Town AC Samba is a 0-0 draw as we prepare to get ready for the second half to start. Second half gets underway. And Knights have a good back possession here. No chance here. Pierre Of Hesslink diving header on goal. Oh my goodness, he scored! This is only our 5th chance, and yet it's 3-1 the Knights of Sardinia. Pierre Of Hesslink has scored from YG cross. Wow, this is quite turning out to be an interesting game here because it has not been particularly full of chances, but we seem to be scoring the ones we're getting. There's a breakaway here. Ray Tataw Eta tries to lob the ball over the goalkeeper, and he scores 2! Well, I have to say he's probably deserved to go with his 2 assists so far, but Ray Tataw Eta, what performance from this young 24-year-old superstar in the making here. MF Ray is going off. I know Gerard has come on for Sportin da Quinta. Can they help change the game? But I must admit, Jackson must be feeling pretty hard done by losing 4-1. He doesn't deserve to be 4-1 down, in my opinion. I mean, Gerard is trying to get the ball back and it's hit the crossbar. Wow, this is turned into a interesting game. I honestly don't necessarily think we are full value for our 4-1 win, but the team have been pretty clinical, and as a result, it's been a real uphill battle for Sportin da Quinta all of a sudden. And we're about to get our 2nd win in Division 2, which makes an excellent start to the season, and that is the full-time whistle. That's Sardinia 4, Sportin da Quinta 1. That's Sardinia have only created 6 chances, and we converted 4 of them. Sportin da Quinta only created 2 chances, but they converted 1 of them. Albeit one of them was a free kick from Nelson Fuser, which helps explain quite a bit. Other match in the division, we've got, I think, Dragos have beaten Sport Lisbon Benfica by multiple goals, and they scored 1. It's a 0-0 draw between Torsten Town and AC Samba, so the favourites haven't got off to the best of starts. And UMS Unidos ended up drawing 2-2 with Lotus FC. Aquila Santa Maria was the man of the match, would you believe? Not Pim van der Kruis for our side of the field, but Augusto Mercury was the man of the match for Sportin da Quinta. Now you may be very wondering, why is Santa Maria the man of the match when Pim van der Kruis is a higher skill level and has often always been the man of the match nearly every single game we played in the last few seasons? Well, there's a very simple answer for that. Sportin da Quinta man-marked Pim van der Kruis. Yeah, I know, it's quite often you don't really see that. We have marked defenders in the past, to be fair, to try and compromise the defence, so I can see why Sportin da Quinta would do it. But unfortunately in this instance, that left the midfield to roam free. They didn't mark any of our midfielders, and we dominated them as a result and punished them their 3-man defence. Granted, it was still quite a close chance-wise game overall, but we ended up being really clinical when it mattered, which is very, very surprising. And unfortunately for them, their attempts to try and man-mark our defence didn't work out. Our defence was still stronger than their midfield overall. So, unfortunately for Jackson's team, his plan didn't quite work out there. Well, we can only take what we get, and 2 wins from the first 2 games. If you'd given me that, I probably would have bitten your hand off in Division 2. But we still have a long way to go. We may, for all we know, have just played the teams that are going to be relegated. We cannot make a definitive judgment on the season yet. Let's see the team of the week though and see who got in. Team of the week is Todd Potter of AC Samba in goal. A back four of Ronnie Kruis, AC Samba, Emiliano Milario, AC Samba, Jesus Garcia, MF Unidos, and Aquila Santa Maria, Knights of Sardinia FC. Midfield of Augusto Mercury, Sportin da Quinta, Jose Pedro Favas, FC Dragos, Raymond Hargreaves, Knights of Sardinia FC, and German Torres, MF Unidos. Front two of Reno Tedesco, AC Samba, and Celso Mota, Knights of Sardinia FC. Mota having a pretty good start to the season so far. Manager of the round is What a Shower of Torsten Town FC, a very familiar face who we've faced multiple times in the past and will do so again this season. So after that round, at this early stage of the season, Knights are the only team with a 100% record with 2 wins out of 2 so far. Taunton have yet to lose a game in their first 2 matches, having won 1 and drawn 1, involved in a 0-0 draw against AC Samba. FC Dragos have got their first win of the season, 3-1 against Sport Lisbon Benfica, who, as I've said before, are going to be probably the relegation favourites. Sportin da Quinta have dropped down to 4th place after their defeat to us. Lotus FC are currently 5th after drawing 2-2 with MS Unidos. AC Samba in the relegation zone after drawing 0-0 with Taunton Town, their 2nd draw of the season so far. I would imagine they'll probably not be finishing in the relegation zone come the end of the season. MS Unidos are 2-2 against Lotus FC. They made a pretty bad start to life in the division. And Sport Lisbon Benfica have said before, they've propped up the table after being decided to lose both their matches so far. Oh yeah, and the Ultimate League Cup was drawn before this round of matches, so I think it's about time to see who we got in the Ultimate League Cup. Our second round opponents in the Ultimate League Cup are FC Kiza, a Division 6 side. They don't look particularly strong whatsoever, and their manager has had a few activity problems, so I can't see too much difficulty in getting past them in the next round of the Cup. Thank you guys for watching, and see you next time.